let's take a look at our starting grid for this first 6,000 to win feature, where Brandon Overton's looking for redemption from last night. He'll start on the pole in the 76 car to his outside. The guy that got a win here last night, Mike Marlar in the 157.
Love this format. It's Chris Ferguson. He's out of Mount Holly, North Carolina, the 22. And Jimmy Owens out of Newport, Tennessee in 20.
Row 3, Carson Ferguson out of Lincolnton, North Carolina, the 93. And Adam Stricker out of Batavia, Ohio in the C7.
Row 4 will be Ricky Thornton Jr. He's out of Chandler, Arizona, the 20 RT. And Drake Troutman of the Jerry Foster 5 out of Heinemann, PA.
Row 5, Brendan Smith out of Dade City, Florida, the 17 SS. And Michael Leach out of Sun River, Montana in the 09.
Hudson O'Neill inside row 6, Martinsville, Indiana. And Kyle Bronson, a good run in the second feature last night out of Brandon, Florida.
Row 7, Donald McIntosh out of Dawsonville, Georgia in the 79. And Ryan Montgomery from Fairmont, West Virginia in the 12M.
Dustin Nobby inside row 8. He's out of Batesville, Indiana. Jonathan Davenport in 49, Blairsville, Georgia, his hometown.
Row 9, Brian Shirley, the Illinois driver in the 3S. And Missouri's Dylan McCowan in car 8.
Arizona's Jake O'Neill in the 0. Florence's own Trevor Landrum, he's in the 18L.
Row number 11, Shannon Babb out of Moequa, Illinois in the 18, and the 49G of Billy Green out of Walton, Kentucky.
It's an all-Indiana row 12. It'll be Derek Groomer out of Bloomington, Indiana, and Devin Gilpin out of Columbus, Indiana in 93.
24 cars, 25 laps. The winner's going to get $6,000. Dustin Jarrett will talk to the Big River Steel podium at the end of this one, and then we'll re-rack them, restack them, and bring 24 different drivers out as they will have their chance to get points, money, and some bragging rights at this famed oval. Man, how about a Southern flair in this one? Overton and Marlar, your front row, and Ferguson and Owens in row number 2.
Well, Overton and Ferguson, they led the most laps in each of their features last night. They're in the same. The first one at the Day Store and Hauling and Rigging Start Zone. The first 25 laps are underway under the Friday night lights at Florence.
A really good start for Brandon Overton. Marlar will get his feet back under him out of 2 down the back early, but not before Chris Ferguson drives to his inside door-to-door for position 2.
Brandon Overton there, Chris Ferguson, he's in the Stinger. They go side by side with Marlar's Rocket. So it's a Longhorn, a Rocket, and a Stinger into turn number 1 is Brandon Overton out in front at 76.
Well, Randy Weaver, hang on, one hard over in turns 1 and 2, and that is Michael Leach. And that car dug in, and I looked up, and he had massive air as Michael Leach, the Montana driver, in the 09. And as soon as we have an update, we will let you know as they lean in to get a word with him. That was a vicious crash off into 1 and 2. Let's take a look. Instant replay presented by FK Rod-Ins, and that car bikes up on the side, and for a second, it's like it pauses on the side of the race car, Randy, and then it just gains speed and takes off. Luckily, Kyle Bronson was able to stop before he got into him.
Yeah, because he'd have probably helped him go another flip or 2 there.
I looked up, and the car was already violently kind of barrel rolling. He is, as we speak, he is climbing out of the race car right now, Florence. Let him hear you. Michael Leach able to walk away. He gets out gingerly. He's looking over the race car down here. He's talking to Lucas Oil, late model dirt series officials. Michael, are you all right?
Yeah, man, I as good as I can be, I guess. I hit that hole and I was running. I felt like I had a decent run, so I stayed in it, and dude, it just went. Like, I don't know. That's the first time flipping a dirt car, so I've always said I've never flipped one. Well, there you go.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. As you look over this race car, any idea, other than you just got too high on the racetrack and the car dug in, any idea what happened?
Not really, man. I just caught that hole just right in the middle of 1 and 2 here, and it bounced once and it bounced twice and it went.
All right. How about it? Michael Leach is out of the car. He's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you're all right, brother. But man, oh man, this number 09, as you guys can see, is absolutely mangled.
Randy Weaver saying, yeah, go ahead, James.
Of course, his dad, Paul Leach, right, co-owners with Steve Arpin at Longhorn Chassis, and you can see the halo and the cage held up very well.
Yeah, I mean, everything
it's supposed to do, Randy.
It did all its job. Randy, for Kyle Bronson, and you see that coming your way, equally tough. I mean, what do you do as a driver in his? Because, I mean, it's really easy to make the wrong decision as much as it is the right one.
Brandon Overton, he has 19 career wins, looking for his first since last May at Circle City, back underway at Florence.
Chris Ferguson in second, Marlar third. Some of those guys still flirting with that hole through there. A lot of them split it, though. McCowan goes right through it. Meanwhile, Ferguson does all he can do to stay off the wall down the backstretch. That allows Marlar to charge the inside. Marlar with a slider off into 3 and 4. They're chasing Brandon Overton. Then it's Mike Marlar, Chris Ferguson, and now Jimmy Owens on the prowl.
These cats are daredevils, aren't they?
Oh.
I mean, I couldn't do it.
Total
Weaver's done it a long time. They're trying to go 3 wide. Owens on the bottom. Hey, Randy Weaver, Jimmy Owens, racing here tonight in 20.
Might be a nightmare. I'd like to see him do something. He's been struggling.
He's got second.
Oh, and the caution is back out. We got one round. Oh, man. We got a rock off the front window, too. Dylan, play again. Donald McIntosh draws the Hellraiser Jacks caution down in turn 4, loops it around.
And that lap will
3 laps
count.
complete.
And 20 is second.
That's right. Well, Donald McIntosh gets it turned back around.
2021 North-South 100 winner, Ben. Here we go. 4 in the books, or 3 in the books, 22 to go. Back underway at Florence at the East Door and Hauling and Rigging restart zone. Here comes Chris Ferguson.
Ferguson goes to the top shelf. Owens down low now. Here comes Marlar down the back straightaway. Good battle for second, but Weaver called it, man. Overton really launched on that restart, got 3-4 car length jump. He completes lap number 4 and 3 wide back behind him. And right now, Overton's lead already 1.1 seconds.
Well, Marlar and Owens, how many times have they run together? Not only in the modifieds, but in the super late models. And Marlar goes around Owens, Jimmy back to 4th, Ferguson to 2nd. Brandon Overton has led from the start as we score the 5th lap here tonight.
Yeah, you go back to those UMP modified national championship years. Right. They would travel all over the place and race against each other. Good buddies. And right now, Marlar around him. Owens back to 4th. Here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. on the prowl. He sits in 5th. He's starting to reel in that battle on your screen for position number 3 between Marlar and Owens. Out front, though, it's all Overton.
Ben, 6 laps in. Guess who the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger is?
Lay it on me.
Dylan McCowan. 18th to 10th. He's up another spot. McCowan 18th to 9 in the 8 car. Are you kidding me?
The 20 RT is up another spot. Oh, he got over the cushion down in turns 3 and 4. Stays out of the wall, and he'll still draw back around Owens. That battle for seconds heating up in a hurry. Chris Ferguson's got it. Marlar's there with him. And now here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. Overton out in front. Weaver a night ago when Overton let it slip away late. What's going through your mind right now, not wanting to let that happen again?
Well, what happens is your car's so good and balanced to run around that middle and bottom, and then as the track changes, your car just kind of gets a little neutral there. He's still doing everything he should, but he talked about how Marlar last couple of races have stepped it up and just really elbowed up on that top, and now you've got 2 or 3 of them getting up there, getting that line blowed off.
And he wants it to stay green tonight, Ryan. He wants green the rest of the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just saw Thornton go around Chris Ferguson for position number 2 on the left side of your screen. Meanwhile, on the right side of your screen, Hudson O'Neal, he rides in 6th. He's got Drake Troutman there with him. Multiple grooves around this racing surface. 10 in the books, 15 to go. And Brandon Overton's lead was 2.4 seconds. It's now 2.1. Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to cut into it, and they are a straightaway behind the tail of the field. Lap traffic's going to be reality in the next 5 laps if we stay green.
Owens, you see in the 5th, and O'Neal, Troutman, Ferguson, McCowan up 18th to 9th. Adam Stricker runs in 10th. Marlar's going to go to the outside. Right now, Brandon Overton, it's 1.7. It'll be, he will pick up the tail end of the field, but right now, if this thing stays green, as he's into turn number 1, but I tell you what, the 20 RT's digging hard.
The past 3 laps, he's knocked 1.1 seconds off of the lead Brandon Overton's got, and now Overton's catching the back of the field, and Overton could be a sitting duck, Randy, if he stays on the bottom. That's where the lap cars are. Thornton is putting the whip to it on the top.
Yeah, and it'll just depend on how you catch these lap cars. Brandon's car is really, really good in the bottom, leaving the corners. But this momentum, it always shows up down the back chute.
Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark. What was a 2.4 second advantage was 7/10 last time by. This time by, it's going to be even less. Thornton's flirting with the concrete, though. He's got to be careful. That time at the line, 0.6 of a second. And Randy, if you're Ricky Thornton, you're also thinking about what happened to you last night off of turn 4.
Absolutely. I talked to some of the guys back there, even Turbo. He's like, well, at the first of that race last night, you know, Ricky was already up there running in no man's land, taking chances, and it bit him. So they thought they was going to be okay. So, but you can't just sit there all night without changing your line. I know his guys are telling him. So
right there,
he's got to get with it.
He's going to throw the slider for the lead. He's got it. But can he keep it down the wall? Overton digging are there side by side down there straightaway. Overton still leads a daily at Florence, Ben.
9 laps to go, and people are starting to get out of their seats as Thornton goes to the top side. Overton right through the middle. And, man, can Thornton get a slider in there again? No, Navi's right there. Overton through the middle. Thornton on the top side. We race back to complete lap 17. And, man, what a battle, though. Separation, 0.3 of a second.
Here they come out of 2 down the back straightaway. Brandon Overton, he's led every lap here tonight. Thornton there, Marlar, Owens, O'Neal, Ferguson is out of the race, is Chris Ferguson, but all eyes up front as they head down the main straightaway. 76 still in front.
7 laps to go. It's been 462 days since Brandon Overton won a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature. Randy, he's been able to pull out a little bit on Thornton. What has been the key?
Well, he's catching the Jake O'Neill's off on turn 4. The key to that is he catches these lap cars and gets under, shows them that he's there, so he makes them go up and get in Ricky Thornton's line. That's the only thing that's helped him there.
Hellraiser Jack's caution was for 7 to go as Jake O'Neill has shredded a right rear tire. He heads down the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. And 7 laps the distance, they enter the A-Storm hauling and rigging restart zone down in turn 4. Brandon Overton on the loud pedal. We're back underway. 7 laps for $6,000.
No, Marlar trying to get it outside. They go around the hole, and then Ferguson got through the middle. 3 wide back through there. Brandon Overton leads into the corner. Mikey Marlar, can he gain the second spot? Can the 157 make a late race charge? Again, he almost got in the wall. Here comes O'Neill in 71. Again, a beauty at Florence with 6 to go.
That lead, that time by the lead, 7/10 of a second. As Randy talked about it, Overton gets really good restarts, and that is clutch on these short runs to the checkered. Meanwhile, Thornton to the inside of Marlar's. Marlar did everything but leave the ballpark down in turns 3 and 4. 5 laps to go in feature number 1 here at the Sunoco Racefields North-South 100, night number 2.
New Hoker Trucking Hard Charge, right with the Hall of Famer Shannon Babb, 21st to 10th. Right now, Brandon Overton, it was 9/10 of a second. They left 4 to go this time around. Mikey Marlar, the 157, eyes the lead. There's the battle back here at Thornton O'Neill. 5th runs Jimmy Owens.
It seems like, Randy, that Marlar is a little bit better in 3 and 4. Overton's better in 1 and 2.
Well, in that time, Overton actually started hanging a little bit off of 2. Mikey would catch him, and then he goes down and jumps the cushion in 3 and 4 and gives it back to him. So it's kind of even play right now.
O'Neill, man, bounces through. O'Neill threw a slider on Thornton. O'Neill left the third Marlar, but he's 1.2 behind. As Dustin would say, the sand's running out of the hourglass. He wants it to stay green because there's 2 to go, Ben.
That time at the line, the lead, 9/10 of a second. 3/10 came off to Mike Marlar. Overton races down the back straightaway. We're coming back to the Bears Performance. 1 to go, but we're going to have we may have a caution. We got 1 slow, Drake Truman, and we do. As Marlar bounces off the concrete in 3 and 4, we are going to have a 2-lap dash to the checkers here in feature number 1 at Florence.
He didn't want to see that, did he, Randy?
No,
Brandon Overton.
He didn't. I don't know what tires he went on. I know last night he went harder than other guys, but maybe this caution will cool his right rear down because he started really losing time off of 2, just kind of hanging there. And Mikey was gaining on him quite a bit there, so it'll be a heck of a shootout.
James,
green, white, checkered.
Yes, sir.
Green, white, checkered to decided. Overton, Marlar, O'Neill, Thornton, Owens, your top 5. Off a turn 4, the East-Door and Holligan rigging restart zone. Brandon Overton, can he hit his marks in the last 2 laps? You know Marlar's going to go to the top shelf in the 157.
Overton through the bottom. Marlar full sitting on the top. Here comes Mike Marlar. He's going to have a chance at a slider off into 3 and 4. They'll race back to the Bears Performance. 1 to go. Marlar in front of Overton. White flags in the air. One more time around. You got a new leader, Mike Marlar.
Oh, and Overton's going to have to battle back. Brandon back to the bottom. You know what's coming next. He's going to slide up the track. Florence, we love you. Marlar stumbles down the back straight away. Overton to Marlar. Mikey sets him up. Mikey looks to the bottom. Overton shuts the door out of turn 4. They're going to come out of 4 side by side. Who's going to win it, Ben?
Drag race to the line. Brandon Overton, your winner. Mike Marlar in 2nd. Hudson O'Neill in 3rd. Jimmy Owens in 4th. Adam Stricker in 5th. Florence, y'all reign supreme here tonight.
Oh, man.
Coming home in 3rd, Hudson O'Neill in the 71 car. 2nd to Mike Marlar. How many Brandon Overton fans are in the house tonight? For the first time in 462 days, Brandon Overton wins a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature. His first late model win since April. This will be his 8th win of the year, as long as he clears the Longacre scales. His 20th career Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win. James, were you entertained?
He led every lap somehow, right? And those last 2, Marlar threw the slider.
He was not going to be denied, guys.
Longacre Racing Products, Overton, Marlar, O'Neill.